Happy to connect with you guys again. So, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I want to acknowledge that, the countries that are celebrating their Independence Day today, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico later on, right at 11:59, we start El Grito in Mexico, and Chile on September 18th. So all those countries are celebrating Independence Days this week. So congratulations. And just to like jumpstart the Hispanic Heritage Month, we thought that it was very appropriate to talk about soccer and to talk about a team that is starting to get involved, with the community in San Diego. They are having a positive season so far, and we're very grateful to have the interim president, team president of the San Diego Soccer Loyal Club, Don Ricardo Campos. How you doing, Ricardo?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on here. I'm originally from Brazil, but I truly appreciate the Hispanic community, and I lived in Uruguay, Ecuador, and have some family in Mexico. So I really appreciate and understand the importance of those cultures. But thank you for having me here. I'm glad to be here.
No, thank you, Ricardo. So, knowing that you're from Brazil, I think that you know a thing or two about soccer, right?
I wouldn't say I know. I think we are almost too entitled to that opinion, right? And sometimes it hurts us. A lot of times it hurts us, and we haven't done too well, uh, probably for more than a decade now, right? So we lost it at home, but we're passionate about it, and a lot of it starts there. It's the passion for the game and the communities, and that's how a lot of these clubs start. It's for the community, and that the game is it's a simple game, right? It's a simple thing to play. All you need is I don't know. I grew up playing. All you needed was a couple of boxes or whatever, shoes,
And
whatever you used to
it,
make a goal, and a ball that you made out of paper a lot of times. So it's a
and
simple
barefoot,
sport to
right?
play.
Oftentimes you will have to play barefoot.
100%. Use your shoes as the goalpost, not to wear them.
Exactly. So, thank you again, Ricardo, for joining us today. And for a lot of folks out there that don't know anything about the San Diego um, Loyal Soccer Club, I wanted to invite Ricardo to give us a little bit of background and why it's important. I mean, from my perspective, I think it is extremely important for a city of the size of San Diego to have professional teams in the area because they help to build economic prosperity at many different levels. So that's why this conversation is relevant to our organization. And I want to start by asking you, Ricardo, who are the founders of the San Diego, the SD Loyal Soccer Club?
No, that's a great question, and I think it goes back to the beginning of your comment, which it relates to who founded the club, right? The reason why the club is here is because of the community. Soccer has been existent in this community for a very long time.
Correct.
There's been some iterations of the outdoor game, of the indoor game, the women's game, men's game, but there are thousands and thousands of kids playing the game every weekend, thousands and thousands of adults playing recreational leagues. Some that probably shouldn't be playing anymore. They need to be careful. And another, thousands of people that are watching the game on the weekend at bars, at home. When you look at ratings nationwide, San Diego's in the top six, top five for national team games, European games, World Cup games, men and women's. So it's the foundation has been here for a long time. The idea, the creation came from a gentleman by the name Warren Smith, who brought this idea to San Diego, and it was funded by our current chairman Andrew Vassiliadis, who son of some immigrants from Greece here in San Diego, but his family have done a lot for this community, and he saw this as a way for him to give back to the community through the beautiful game. And so the team was founded in 2019, actually on 6/19, June 19th, 2019. Um, but we didn't expect 2020 to be what it was.
I know.
So that was a huge challenge, but we survived it like a lot of us did, and 2021 has been a much better year. We didn't know where we would be going, but it's certainly flourished throughout the season, and we're here now. Very excited to be finding ways to connect with the community in a bigger way. But from the beginning, again, the founders of it is really the community itself. But we are just stewardess to make this happen, and so it's important for the community to support it and tell us what we're doing right and wrong. Right? Like it's more important what they tell us what we're doing wrong.
No, for sure, and thank you so much for sharing those rating numbers. I can see that passion for soccer every weekend because both of my children are playing club soccer, and for me,
Right?
it's very impressive to go to these tournaments or now that the league has started and see, just like you said, like in Del Mar fairgrounds, like thousands of families watching hundreds of kids playing soccer every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, two, 3 games per weekend, and the passion is
Exactly.
here in the community. So, thank you so much for sharing, a little bit of a background of who founded the club, and
Absolutely.
but I would like to know like what's the vision now because like I said, it is important for us to have professional teams in town. So, what's the
Right.
vision that you guys have as a club?
Well, our first and foremost vision is to be a soccer club, right? So our values are based around how do we being a soccer club, and so first of all, you need to compete, need to win. So
Mhm.
our first goal is to be a competitive team that brings a championship to San Diego in the United Soccer League. So that's the league we play in. So it's the USL Championship. So our first goal is to win that. Our second goal is to represent this community in every way. And that means a number of things, right? Is represent for its beliefs, it's represent in a visual standpoint, in connection with the community, helping the community when it needs. So 2020 was again a year where we had opportunity to, stand a hand and help some different groups that were in need last year. But our core value is in that is obviously that connection to the community, is the camaraderie that we create around that. It's obviously competition, and ultimately it's the community itself,
Mhm.
that it's the backbone of who we are, right? If the moment that the community doesn't believe in the team, then it doesn't exist. Therefore, we want to be a reflection in that, and that's why in the very foundation of the club we started with listening sessions before we came out with any names or anything else. We did a number of listening sessions, from soccer fans to non-soccer fans to event goers to people who might not have any interest at all
Mhm.
in sports, just to understand what are you looking for in a group that would represent this community. And that's where the name came from. I don't know if that's going to be one of the questions, but I'll share that part of it.
Mhm.
It came in that belief. They never said the word loyal, but it was in that, we want a club who's going to be um, attached to us, and no matter what, who's going to stay here, who's going to represent this community, who's similar to how we have been loyal to the community. So in that connection, we went with a little bit of a different name, a very obvious, very stands for something, and we believe in it.
No, I love the name and knowing how the community is the backbone of the team. How can the community get involved? Because you just mentioned that community got involved. With kind of like selecting the name and like the original. I mean, the first process of incorporating and getting the team active in the league. But now that you guys already have a home, which I would like you
Mhm.
to let us know where you guys are playing, how can the community get involved to help you guys get to the next level? We would love to see the club, the San Diego Loyal Club, making it to the MLS. What do we have to do to make that happen as a community?
The all that we ask is to give us a chance, and what does that mean? Is come out to a game.
Yeah.
We're doing things to make sure that tickets are affordable, so that everybody and anybody can come into a game. Again, it goes back to the basics of the game. It's very simple. It's not an expensive game to just have fun with, and therefore the tickets need to reflect that as well. And so all we ask from the community is give us a chance. Come out to a game at we play at University of San Diego at Torero Stadium. It's 6,000 capacity. It's a very intimate stadium, but for those who love the game, there's not a bad seat in there because
Mhm.
everywhere is very accessible. It's very close to the field, and so it's a real intimate experience. And we have an incredible number of supporters that really set the environment of the games. And so what we ask from the community is give us a chance. Give us a chance. Come out to a game and judge it for yourself and see how that looks and feels, and see if it's a reflection of what you want.
Like through some of the conversations that I have with parents that have children playing soccer, one of the common topics that we have is like how long it's going to take us to get an MLS team. And I think that you guys probably right now is like the closest opportunity that we have to make that happen. But I don't know if you can explain to us and to all the people that are going to be watching this interview after this live, uh, how,
Mhm.
how much does it have to take to get to that stage? Like if you guys win, for example, if you win the championship in the league that you are in right now, is that enough? What other things need to happen for you guys to become an MLS team?
That's a great question, and it's something that's a little bit different in the U.S. than other countries, and we respect that process. But for us, the biggest thing is being the first thing is being the best USL championship team, right? And that means sold out stadiums and winning a championship. Winning a championship, to answer your question, does not promote us to MLS.
Okay.
It requires for us to have certain standards from a stadium size and a supporting size, a private stadium that's owned by us or has a long term relationship. So there is a couple of steps that we need to take in order to get there. But our focus is let's not put the cart before the horse, right? Let's
Yeah.
make sure that we're building a club that's truly connected to the community and is the best team in the USL Championship. Once we get to that, we it's inevitable that the club will grow. But we need to make sure that we're clearing those steps. And our league is great. I mean, we have over 34 teams in our league all over the country. Some very successful teams. Some of them have gone to MLS, and some of them haven't. And the passion that and the representation that they have in the community is equal to many MLS clubs as well.
Recently, if I'm not mistaken, I think Austin is one of the newest MLS teams.
Correct.
Another one is it in Albuquerque or somewhere in New Mexico, right? Or
New Mexico is actually a USL club.
oh, okay,
Austin is a new MLS team. Inter
MLS.
Miami, the team in Miami, is a new MLS team as well.
Okay, but I just remember like from some of my contacts that are in Austin, like again, like the economic impact of having a new MLS team in the
Absolutely.
city is tremendous. And from businesses that I knew that were involved with the Chargers, for example, when the Chargers left the
Hmm.
city, there was a big chunk of money that left with the team. And
Yep.
and it wasn't just like the big boys playing with the Chargers. There were a lot of small businesses that
Yes.
were involved around the franchise that lost a lot of money because the team left. And I think for San Diego being one of the 8 largest cities in America, it is important, and I think it's a priority for the private sector and the public sector to do anything that we can to bring back football, to bring an MLS team, to have an NBA team, because we can thrive, through professional sports
Hmm.
in this city, and that's why it's so important to support teams like the SD Loyal Soccer Club, because we have this opportunity already. I mean, you already guys are in, playing, and you already did all the hard work to make it happen. Now we have to do what we can to support the franchise, and
Yep. Uh,
and what I'm sorry, and one way of
no,
of, of
yeah.
supporting the franchise. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to comment on that exactly. One of the things that came out of our listening sessions was the support of the local economy. And so one of the things that we have done is we have focused our partners on being local companies. And so the sponsor on the front of our jersey is Stone Brewing. It's a big company, obviously, but it is a very local company.
Hey, it started
Rady,
small. It's born and raised in San Diego.
absolutely, and never left, right?
Hmm.
Um, Rady is our sleeve partner, which is a huge partner for us. I can't I can't say better things about such a group. And then we have Rocket League on the back, which is not as known to be from San Diego, but they are from San Diego. They're based in San Diego, and they're a huge company as well. So our three main partners are local partners, and we've done that with all of our, I think we have 20, 25 partners overall, and all of them are very local, locally focused, and community focused. So sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted
No,
to
no,
hit
no.
on that
That's
point
great.
because
No,
it is very important for us.
no, for real, and thank you for sharing that because I mean you guys are starting, but eventually, when you have your stadium and you open up to like food providers and cleaning service
Right.
companies, security, and all
Yeah.
that. I mean, I got to experience that firsthand with the Chargers. So when they left, yeah, it was difficult. That I mean, it was bad that we left. I mean, we lost. I'm sorry, our football team,
Hmm.
but from the chamber perspective, I knew that a lot of businesses lost big deals with the club, and that was
Right.
bad, because there are so many families that benefit directly and indirectly from professional soccer teams and sports teams
Hmm.
that sometimes people don't are not aware of it, and that's why I just wanted to bring it to the equation here. But you guys are preparing for the Hispanic Heritage Celebration this Saturday. Can you tell us a little bit about it, please?
Well, again, I hate to be hitting the point every time, but it's about the community, right? And there's such a big Hispanic community in San Diego that we wanted to make sure that we took a game to celebrate that. And so we have this a game coming up this week on the 19th at 3 p.m. at USD, which will celebrate what we're calling Fiestas Patrias. We'll do the first 2,000 people coming to the game. We'll get a free T-shirt when you enter the stadium, and we've created a little bit of a promotion with tickets only starting at $15 to get as many people in to celebrate with us. Um, that community is so big here that how could we not celebrate that on game day? So we'll have a couple of different things, mariachis. We'll have a couple of the celebrations before the game and at halftime. But to us, this is what it's all about: is celebrating the community that we live in, and we're very split into that group here. So we couldn't be happier to create a theme night around that. We had to wait all the way to September to do it,
Yeah.
but wanted to make sure that we would have as many people as possible. As I said in the beginning, there was a lot of uncertainty when we started the season. Of We did a lot of forecasts of when we'll be at 10, 20%, 30%, how COVID's going to affect that over time. And it's a real scare, right? So we've tried to be on the safe side, recommend mask wearing and social distancing, and as much as we can create a safe environment. But it created a little bit of a challenge in planning. But we wanted to ensure that it's a safe environment for people to come in and use the end of the year's games for celebrations like this. And so we couldn't be more excited for this Sunday.
No, and it's so great to know that you guys are creating this environment where it's not just the soccer, but it's the full experience of attending the
Yeah,
game and feeling the vibe. It's different watching any live
right.
sport at the
Yeah,
location that watching it on TV. But you guys are also broadcasting the games on TV, right?
correct. That's correct. That's correct. So we've had some games on Cox on your View channel, on Fox and Azteca. So it's been a great experience for us. We broadcast English and Spanish, and also on ESPN Plus. So all of our home and away games are available on TV.
And that's great. If you cannot attend the game, watch it, and then you can
Right.
engage through social media, and
Right.
that's another way to support the team. Especially
Absolutely.
these days, right? A lot of people get so emotionally engaged with live events that
Yeah.
this is a great opportunity to engage with the local soccer team.
No, it's very true, and we like to be able to tell our story, and so we focus a lot of time on creating video or just general content about what we are, what the club's fundamentals are about. So you'll see a lot of our videos are very genuine videos of what our players' lives and every day look like, and training sessions, and the passion that comes with the wins and losses, because it's not all happy days, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a part of it all.
It's part of it all. Yeah, correct. You guys have a very a special figure involved with the club that is very beloved by Latinos and by anyone who loves the game of soccer, and that's Mr. Donovan. What's the role that he plays in the club?
So great question. So Landon is our executive vice president of soccer operations. So he oversees everything that is soccer in the club. Um, from the moment that I met Landon, he continues to surprise me by his ability to listen to people and to understand what you're doing and how he can help you improve. And so just seeing his development as a coach from when he started, because he was starting, right? This was the beginning of his coaching career. He had a spectacular playing career, but this was the beginning of his coaching career. But seeing athlete, because I've been around a few athletes that have a hard time putting themselves in the position of people who can't do the same as him, right? Because they're gifted, and so it's hard for you to understand how to do that, how understand how someone else can't do that. But he has been amazing on understanding how people might have certain limitations and helping them improve themselves. We've had a little bit of a proven concept of signing some players and helping them get to a bigger stage. And
Mm.
so I all kudos to Lando and to Landon and his team of coaching staff to be able to get there. But he's been nothing but great things for us, and we look forward to continuing having him with the club.
No, that's great, and having such an experienced former soccer player involved with the club,
Yeah.
it tells you like how committed you are to make this a successful team. And you're bringing the best people that you can, the best players, the best staff, best partners. I mean, I love Radies too. I have a very special and emotional connection to Radies because of my son and the
Okay.
health issues that we have had in the past. So you know what? Like all the companies that are working with you guys are a very good representation, I think, of where you want to go and the message that you are sending out to the community. And
Right.
and again, just like you said, and I think we're repeating you both you and I are repeating this a lot, but we need to support you guys as much as we can. We're part of the community. The team is part of the community, and we need to help you guys as much as we can in any different uh, levels and at any capacity that we can. We, as the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, I had a meeting with some of members of your staff, and we agree that it's important for us to get involved in supporting you guys in any capacity, and we're going to be doing that. Um,
We
anything
appreciate
else?
that.
No, thank you, Ricardo. Anything else that you would like to add?
No, look, again, I want to thank you for your time, for letting me come on board and then speak to the group. Biggest thing for us is, again, community is making sure that people come, give us a chance, experience it, tell us the things that we're doing right, tell us the things that we can improve on. Going back to the businesses, if there are businesses who listen to this and want to be part of working with us, just reach out to us. We're very easy to access. We respond very quickly on social media. Um, and we have opportunity. We're not a big stadium, but we do have opportunity for different food trucks coming into the stadium and different little things like that we can make sure that we are an addition to the commercial part of the community and not just an entertainment. So that's it. All I have to say is, give us a chance, come into a game, experience it. We only have 4 home games left before the playoffs. We have one this Sunday and then 3 games in October, but come give us a chance. They're on Sundays. We have one on Saturday, but tell us how we're doing, right or wrong.
And for the playoffs games, you're gonna play some as home, right? Home team.
That's the hope. We need to finish in second place so that we can host the third place team on a different conference. But the goal is, that's why it's a big game this weekend. It's a team that we're competing for that second place.
And which team is that?
The Tacoma Defiance is the team from Tacoma up north.
Nice. I forgot to ask you earlier about any rivals, that you are already like, in Latin America and in many leagues, there are always rivals. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I mean, there's always the rivals that there's some natural rivalries and there's some like city rivalries, right? Like San Diego always has a bit of a rivalry with LA.
yeah.
We have it's always there a little bit. There's a little bit with Orange County. I feel like at this point, probably Phoenix is the most heated, mainly because from a competitive side, we've challenged each other very well. And so, but it's those good friendly rivalries that are important to have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much, Ricardo, for your time. I know you are
Thank
very
you.
busy, so I honestly I appreciate your time today and for sharing a little bit more about the San Diego Loyal Soccer Club. And like I said, you can count on our support with anything that we can do for you guys. And it's such uh, a pleasure and an honor to have this opportunity to help or I'm sorry, to see grow this beautiful project in our beloved city.
Thank you very much, and same here. Thank you for having me on. And if there's anything that we can do to help you guys or the community in general, please reach out to us. We're here to be part of it. We're here to help and to get ingrained into the community. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And don't forget, Hispanic Heritage Month, September 19. We have shared a ticket under the description so you guys can get your tickets. It's going to be great. Not just this game, but try to attend any of the remaining games for this season. And, if you want to be a season ticket holder, start saving your money and be prepared for next season, because I think it's going to be 2022 is where you guys are going to start going to the top.
Thank you, thank you. I hope we get a little bit of a run there this year. We never
Oh
know.
no,
It's
you're
all
already
looking well.
in the run, so that's
Yeah.
a sign,
No, thank you, appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Ricardo. Have a nice day and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Take care. Bye bye.